God damn, JoJo ain't now. Look at the I took a jet, this on my neck. I never regret shit yet, then I don't got a debt. You crawl before you ball, you can ball every breed. My dog on the wall, we gon' ball when you breathe. Stop watching me, democracy, you wanna copy me. Life's monopoly, go copy some like some property. Rose, diamonds, with the soda, diamonds, boy. Twisted like it's stir fry. In the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. In the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. In the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. In the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. Chicken color stir fry. Wake up from the bird, people let the bird fly. Why I couldn't take my prize, you a dead guy. Of course I gotta keep a watch out through my bird eye. No casket drop dead, fresh and I got dead guys. When the discriminate, ball players coming all sides. Pick a roll, post roll, roll up, pick a roll. Ain't matter when we win the game, we use a cheat code. Why keep twisted like it's stir fry. In the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. In the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. In the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. Twisted like it's stir fry. In the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. In the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. In the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. God, family, my fans, and the money is the only thing that count it. Hey. Get a deposit, then I divide it. We never had it, so I provide it. I never stress, nigga, you blessed. But that don't mean I won't do things that I regret. For all of my niggas, spend the 100, I feel them in debt. For all of my people back in my city, I gotta connect. I'm a survivor, bigger, more wiser. Not in my shop, third eye monster. I'm on a new level, it's a loose rebel to the third P. From a wine cellar, got an upgrade on the time teller. Got some bands on, not the marginals, need a pallbearer. Kill a nigga with a 16. Flow came with a wind chiller, need a chinchilla, nigga too cold. Truth told in the rap game, my environment, nigga beast mode. Fuck a nigga with some fake feelings like they been with us, y'all weirdos. But you know I've been a greatest week, got stated, I'ma let the work show. Told me, Millie backstage, I'ma charge in through the front door. Facts, nigga. We gon' get that bag. Hefty sack, nigga. Get a deposit. We not divided. We never had it, so I provide. I never stress. Nigga, you blessed. But that don't mean I won't do things that I regret. I can't forget about the times when I was broke. I can't forget about my dogs and all my folks. I kept my trust and kept my face when they lost hope. I kept my focus, no emotions, ain't gon' show. Look at me now, full grown, another shoulder with a chip on. Whack rappers in the kill zone, predatory get you preyed on. Niggas laying on your mama home while I'm flying in another time zone. We ain't talking money, get the doubts on. I've been meditating, got the mind strong, and I can't forget about my goals and my little bro. I have some friends switched up sides and they got ghosts. And I had hoes on my line with doing the most. I've been through hell, but you can't tell the way I glow. Get a deposit, then I divide it. We never had it, so I provide it. I never stress, nigga, you blessed. But that don't mean I won't do things that I regret. I can't forget about the times when I was broke. I can't forget about my dogs and all my folks. I kept my trust and kept my faith when they lost hope. I kept my focus, no emotions, ain't gon' show. Be blessed. God, family, my fans, and the money is the only thing that count. Dig that. Yeah.
Get a deposit.
Ooh, yeah.
So I showed him my big daddy's hands. I just my dog, don't blame me. All your pain, rolling on a Sunday with the top down. Hit that in my cake, popped up, showing around. Fled into a bitch that I know from way back. She used to be skinny, but now that ass ain't flat. She said, Romeo, I didn't know that you were black. I remember you singing way back at the Jack days. Even down to 88, they screaming bass all up and down to 88. I said,